Hello everyone. Welcome back to more Endwalker. So I think we're about to head off to Ultima Thule. Based off of where we are in this quest line here. I'm assuming that there's some like other minor stuff that they are gonna have us do before that. But yeah, I'm really curious actually about Ultima Thule. I assume this map is going to be Ultima Thule. Or maybe there's just always a question mark map. But I don't know. They have the question mark maps have been there for a while. I just haven't started accessing them until I think Shadowbringers was the first time I started unlocking the question mark maps. So you're back. I take it you received your gift from Tateru? Oh yeah. It was a surprise long in the making, with many, many long hours of fretting to get everything just right. Glad to see it realized, and with great success. I'm totally wearing it right now. It's definitely not glamored. You're looking for the others, though. Excuse me. I've already taken their leave. Yustola, Thancred, and Urianger have gone to the last stand for a bite to eat. Alce and Graha Tia, meanwhile, thought their time would be better spent poring over books at Numenon. As for Elfino and Estinian, well, they've elected to pay a visit to the Leviu estate. The Estinian seemed somewhat reluctant to go. I'm sure they would all be glad for your company if you've a mind to seek them out. Should you be feeling peckish, I'd suggest heading to the last stand before Yustola and the others finish eating. But above all else, it would be foolish to run headlong into a battle of fatigued mess, so do remember to get a good night's sleep. Alright. So basically it wants me to go to the last stand first. It would be cool if this was oh yeah, and now, you can pick anybody as long as you do it. But they might not have the technology in FF14 for that kind of thing. So, considering that usually when they do that, they have to create a completely, separate set of quests. I don't think they have the technology built into FF14 right now to do that. So, Kassandra, come to make our trio a quartet, have you? Please have a seat, and we'll see about getting you a drink. Also, sorry if I'm making mouth noises. I just finished eating something, and it's I cannot get it out of some of the cavities that I have. I have a great many cavities.
嬉しいサプライズじゃない。彼女、本当にいい子ね。
タタルの言う通り、改めて振り返ってみると、波乱万丈もいいところだな。
ルイゾア様に導かれて活動を始めて、第7零祭を経て、暁の決命ができて、多くのことを経験してきたけれど、知るべきことはむしろ増え続けている気がするわ。
同感です。この町で学んでいた時には真理を手にした気がしていた。けれどそれは物事のほんの一角でしかありませんでした。
Forsooth, he says.
新たな人や物に出会うたび、多くを教えられた。敵として対峙した者たちでさえ、この目を開かせてきました。
Also, I love that he has this giant mug.
そして間もなく私たちは天の果てへ。
Meanwhile, she
何
has
が起
just
こる
like
かわからないものね。
a wine cup. What does Thancred have? I think he has the same. Yeah, he has the same barrel cup.
ウルティマトゥーレか。正直どんな場所だか想像すらつかないが。必ず守るさ。暁の決命を。ミンフィリアに誓ってな。
You got nothing left to prove. Not to Rhine, nor Minfilia. We'll get through this together. Make sure you bring enough ammunition. You got nothing left to prove. Not to Rhine, nor So, I definitely would not have even suspected he was saying Minfilia there. When he said, you know, to her. I really feel like that is something that the English department, like, failed on. Because I wouldn't have even thought of that until here. But right in the Japanese text, you could hear him say Minfilia. So, it's like, sometimes I wonder, like, I know that in Japanese there's a lot of, like, you don't use pronouns particularly, like, you use pronouns less than in English, I should say. But, like, sometimes it's like the name there would make this vastly more interesting, more profound. I don't know why they sometimes choose to just like, nah, we don't need to say, you know who's being talked about. Frick English in that case.
驚くような発言でしたか?
He's surprised we understood that.
いや、ただ変わったなと思っただけだ。そんな風に言う自分も、素直に頼ってくれる周りもな。
Right? I mean, just 2 expansions ago, you were wearing an eye patch. Apparently, they just decided you didn't have an eye problem.
私たちはそれだけ歩いてきたし、まだ進んでいく。世界だって続いていく。そう信じましょう。
Actually, this food looks really good. Freaking pizza. Well, I mean, that burger doesn't, because I don't like burger. But, like, freaking, is this taco or is this burrito? Because either way, it looks good. But even better if it's taco. I know that taco isn't usually folded like this, but that's the way I taco. I always fold like this. So, like, it could be taco or it could be burrito. This sandwich, though, looks... Oh... I want it so bad. And of course, then there's this cake. This cake is good. And this muffin. They both look good. But this freaking sandwich, though, and that pizza.
その場合、戻ってきた後の身の振り方は考える必要があるかもしれないわね。
That freaking pizza looks great.
晩神問題は解決の糸口を掴んでる。アシエンについてもしかりだ。人々は国や種族の垣根を越えておぼつかないながらも自分たちで世界を回し始めた。
Right?
そう。暁が主として扱っていた問題はどれも長年の膠着状態を出しているのよ。だとしたら私たちはいつまでも救済のシンボルであるべきではない。今回あれだけの協力者を集めることができたからこそ。
The Scions are gonna bow out. Ooh. Alright. Making way for new
先のことなんて考え
characters.
てもなかったが。そうだな。仮
That's
に
cool.
暁が役目を終えて亡くなったとしても、俺のやることは大して変わらないだろう。世界をめぐって必要があれば手を貸す。 それだけだ。
いいですね。私もまだ種々の織りなす世界を見ていきたい。よければお供させてください。隠密活動に際しての変装などもなかなか板についてきたと思いますので。
お前はとりあえず何を着ても妙に怪しくなるのをどうにかしてくれ。ヤシトラはどうなんだ？
そうね。私も変わらず調べ物に飛び回るでしょうけど、まずはハイデリン亡き後の共存世界のあり方やそれらを隔てる壁の越え方からかしら。
Yeah, I've been wondering this if it's possible that we might get another reflection in the next expansion, because we really have. We've been everywhere on Eorzea aside from other parts of Ilsabard, you know.
困った時には呼びなさいと言ったのだから。
So it makes me wonder if, like, we'll go to some other reflections, maybe the 13th, for example. That would be really cool to get to go to the
危険
void.
な調査に赴く時はあなたたちに護衛を依頼するわ。引き受けてくれたらいつかは連れて行ってあげる。
That said, I know that we have technically been to the void once before. You know, we've been to the 13th. Because the World of Darkness raid in Crystal Tower is in the 13th. But also, I mean, we have a way directly to the 13th in that case. So it makes sense that that would be, like, the next string they could easily pull.
と素敵な大人に成長したリーンの姿を見にね。
Yeah, and her girlfriend.
勘弁してくれ。
あなたはいかがですか？暁が役目を終える時が来たとしたら。
Don't worry, Thancred. She's with Gaia right now, so I don't think you have any chance of getting with Reen. That's a good question.
遅くなって悪いね。はい、その飲み物だよ。
I didn't order anything though.
それじゃあ改めて乾杯しておくか。
Or maybe I did in between cutscene, you know, before the cutscene started, and they just didn't show it.
俺たちの勝利に。
共に歩んできた者たちに。
そしてこの星の未来に。
Sorry if there's a loud noise right now. The garbage truck is going by. That pizza though. Oh, there's chicken. Fried chicken. Oh, and a salad. I didn't see the fried chicken or the salad last time. Man, this really does feel like an ending, though. I really wonder, like, what they're gonna do for another expansion. Because they're definitely working towards an ending here. Leaving so soon? Suppose it's for the best, if you'd rather not explore the bottom of a bottle with Oriange. I dare say the others would welcome your company as well, if we can find them, that is. In any case, as long as you make the most of your time, then that is all that matters. Speak with Alice and speak with Elfino. Let's see. So Elfino is up here by the estate. So, okay. Yeah, like this is I expected maybe that was gonna be more than just like one, like, quest thing. I'm surprised that it wasn't just speak with Thancred, speak with Alisaie, speak with Elfino, and you just go about your way and do it however you want. I mean, that's literally what I was talking about, was like, you know, the fact that they could do that. So I was just kind of surprised that they didn't. That's why I suspected that maybe they didn't have that. Because I was thinking it was like, oh, it's going to be, you know, multiple things per, like, character. But if it's just one thing per character, I'm surprised it wasn't just started that way. Maybe they thought that everything else would go better if you had that cutscene first, over leaving it open-ended. I really should have just gone up there because I forgot that I had to go around. I went to this one being like, oh yeah, it's a straight shot over. But I would have gone to the Studium if I had realized, oh yeah, I have to go up a freaking set of stairs and such. Try speaking with Alisaie, but she is fast asleep. I do like that Alisaie has a pretty, like, heavy crush on your character, regardless of your gender. I think that's really cool. That was a cool, like, transition. I love when they do stuff like that. Hi, Creel.
宇宙の探索に役立ちそうな知識や魔法がないか調べるって勇んで出かけていったんだけど、ね、
Whoops.
無理もないわ。二人ともここのところずっと走り続けてたから。私はあなたを追う二人のさらに後ろからみんなを見ているけど、微笑ましくて羨ましくて時々心配。
I also wonder if next expansion will be any kind of like a reset. Because if this is building to like an ending, right? And this is supposed to kind of be like the end of the story. You know, at some point they're gonna have to do some kind of level reset, or it's gonna get ridiculous trying to like keep up and keep with the story and everything. Because I mean, it's taken me a year to get through the MSQ. You know, 2 patches. I joined in 6.0 and it's now 6.3. 3 patches. And now I started playing, well, I started playing in 5.5 when they released the free trial thing. But I only played a little bit, and then I came back after Endwalker came out. But I don't know, I love this game, but there is so much content. And don't get me wrong, if this was a single player game, that would be great. But this is an MMO. You want to be able to get to the current expansion, the current story, you know, be able to play with your friends quickly. But the story here has been so centric to the game. Going from Realm Reborn to Endwalker, you can't really skip any of it. But that's as the story gets longer, that's going to become more and more problematic. And so I'm wondering if that's the idea, that this is an ending. Patches 6.1 to 6.5 are going to fully finish off whatever story arc is going on. And then maybe 6.5 will there's always the 0.4 and the 0.5 that are like the pre-expansion, whereas 1 through 0.1, 0.2, and 0.3 are post-expansion. I'm wondering if that's what they're gonna do. Is 1, 2, and 3 are fully finishing this story off, and then 4 and 5 they're gonna be like, okay, here's something new. And then the next expansion, instead of, we're pushing everybody to level 100, it's going to be, we're pushing everybody to level 50, and now you'll level up to 60. And, we're redoing, some things so that players that come in get a new experience, players get a whole new storyline that they get to go through from 1 to 50, and then the expansion from 50 to 60. That's not anywhere near as long as 1 to 90 is,
欲張りかもしれないけどね。星が救われるだけじゃなく、あなたたちにも幸せでいてほしいの。
And you can't really even skip over the patch content either. Because the patch content always ends one story and sets up for another. Unlike, say, World of Warcraft, where you can.
時々泣いて、好きなものを食べたり、こうして穏やかに眠ったり。新しいことに胸をときめかせて、見慣れた街並みにはほっと胸をなで下ろす。そういうことをたくさん積み重ねていってほしい。時には仲間や大切な人と一緒にね。
I have looked at the release schedules, and it seems like usually they announce the next expansion near the end of 0.4 but before 0.5. So I'm wondering if we'll find out about it around then.
だから約束。
So
この先
start
ど
of
んな
next
困
year
難があ
maybe.
っても幸せになることを決して諦めないでね。その気持ちは大きな戦いに臨んだ時、きっと最初に忘れられてしまう。でも最後には一番力をくれるものだと思うから、絶対の絶対に心に刻んでおいて。
Hi, Graha. You woke up.
あれ、あんたどうして？
He woke up, as they say in Pokemon Stadium.
おはよう。もしかして寝てたのか？
ええ、二人とも調べ物の途中でぐっすりだったわよ。
マジかよ。うわ。
忘れること全部いいわね。全部よ、全部。
忘れて欲しかったら次はちゃんとベッドで休むこと。それだって立派な戦いの準備なんだから。
というか二人はなんでここに？何してたんだ？
私は大書院に本を返しに来たところよ。今を逃すとそれどころじゃなくなっちゃいそうだったから。
I won't lie, I would love to see Creel with her hood down again, because her hairstyle is so cute, though. She's absolutely my top one favorite character. Like, it doesn't matter what happens from here. Creel is absolutely my favorite character. She's freaking adorable as heck. She's got the super cute hairstyle. You know, voiced by literally my favorite Japanese voice actress. Like, they're just, I don't think they could make her any, I don't think they could make somebody better. You know? It's a secret. Just enjoying a little peace and quiet. Nothing in particular. Enjoying a little peace and quiet. What? You enjoying peace and quiet? What? The main character is enjoying some peace and quiet. What is this? What game? What game am I playing? That never happens. That never happens. What game have we been transported into? Oh boy. What alternate friggin' Eorzea have we arrived in now? Oh, hi. All dressed up there, eh, Estinian? What? Surely this isn't the first time you've seen me without my armor. It absolutely is. 100% is. Never seen you without your armor before.
おや、こんなところでどうしたんだい？そうか、私たちの様子を見に。家のことでまた何かあったのではないかと心配させてしまったかな。いや、すまない。本当に大した用事ではなかったんだ。両親に宛てた手紙の中で何度かエスティニアンについて書いていてね。母が彼とも話をしてみたいと言うから機会を設けさせてもらったというわけさ。
助立ちに来るならもっと早くに来い。この屋敷で茶をしばくのは俺には今勝ちすぎた。ど
そうかい？どうかしているように見えたし、おかげで母もすごく楽しそうだったよ。
せいぜいクガネの酒場くらいの場所なら悠々としてられたんだがな。逃げようにもタタルを怒らせたくなきゃパトロンには従えと暁全員が口を揃えて言ってくる始末だ。まったくそんなところで団結してどうする。
気を使わせていたなら悪かった。これは私の身勝手だが、出発の前にやっておけばよかったと思うことを一つでも減らしておきたかったんだ。無論帰って来られないと考えているわけじゃない。ただ週末を目の当たりにしたからだろうか。いつでもできるからと。
Do not leave for later what you could do today. Yeah, I understand. Sort of.
誰の近くにもあるとそう感じたから。
ま、構わんさ。他に用事があったわけでもなし。こんな上等な家に住んでいても、親が子に言うことは存外一緒だなと懐かしくもなった。さて、いつまでも玄関先に突っ立ってないで行くぞ。
二人とも私はこの家を出てから多くの失敗をした。取り返しのつかない、償えないような過ちも犯した。それでも再びこの場所に立った今、君たちが仲間として隣にいてくれる。
Sorry.
ありがとう。これも後回しにせずに伝えておきたかったんだ。
I've been having sinus issues come back lately, so.
すまない。これはまだ言うべきじゃなかったかな。
礼を言うのはこっちの方だ。お前たちがバカ正直に諦めなかったから、俺は生きてニーズヘックの思いまで連れてこられた。感謝してる。
I suppose I ought to thank you both as well. You're never one to forsake a friend, Alphino. I'll be counting on you. Hmm.
ああ、私の誇りだよ。
These two have, like, such a thing for each other. It's ridiculous. I don't know if anybody else ships them, but I totally do. Like, those two just, they have such a thing for each other, honestly. At least I'm convinced that they do. Hey, look up. Lookout point. Number 6. I wondered if there might be any on this side. Again, I don't go looking for them, but if I see one, I'll grab it. It's not a big deal. But I don't go looking for them. I don't really see any point. I'm sure that they give like a minion or a mount or something. But for me, I have the 3 minions that I'll like ever need: Rhine, Gaia, and a plush cushion. And as far as mounts go, like I mostly just use the same mount every time. So it's like I don't need 100 mounts. When I'm only going to use my the one mount, you know? Welcome back, Kassandra. Return to catch a few final winks before embarking on your mission, I presume. I'll be happy to know your chambers have been cleaned and fresh linens laid out. I pray you enjoy the sweetest dreams on this final night before the big day. Friends gathered. Complete. That night, at the Royal Menagerie in Alamigo. Oh. Not what I expected at all. Did not expect to come all the way over here. Uh-oh. Oh, it's just Xenos. Like, what's even his deal at this point? Like, he's just been there. He hasn't done anything in the story. Like, he's just been there. Xenos Viator Galvis. I like that.
Hereで決着をつけたとき、俺はお前に何を求めた。お前は俺に何を求めていた。
In that moment, and thus it dawns. Like, are you the day of reckoning? Are we talking about the moment when I kicked your butt in Alamigo? Because that was literally just, I was aiming to kick your butt. Saving Alamigo. Like, it had nothing to do with you personally, to be honest. It was just, you know, I was saving Alamigo. I was kicking your butt just for the sake of, you know, saving Alamigo. You literally mean nothing to me, Xenos. You mean nothing to me.
Today, まで何度こうして集まったかしら。あなたたちと顔を突き合わせて随分多くの問題に取り組んできた気がするわ。
砂の家で集まっていた時は表層の問題を解決するので精一杯だった。その先にある真の問題にはまだ手が届かずにな。
続く石の家では大いなる進展がありました。あの場でどれほどの喜ばしい報告と悲しき報告を引き届けたことでしょう。
時には別の場所を拠点とすることもあったね。キャンプドラゴンヘッドの雪の家やイシュガルドのフォルタン伯爵邸。
See, like, there they specifically say words. You know? Camp Dragonhead, Ishgard.
クガネにおけるウルダハ召喚のように旅の先々で間を借りては次にすべきことを相談してきた。
And maybe some of it was moved to this line, you know, be it Ishgard or Kugane, and here he just said Kugane. But I don't know, I don't know a lot of Japanese. I only know some. Very little.
クリスタリウムでは星見の間に集ってついに世界そのものが抱える問題に向き合うことになったんだ。
そして今この場所から最も大きな戦いに乗り出す。
哲学者議会から連絡があったわ。
Yark is
箱
ready.
舟への跳躍航行装置の取り付けも含めすべての準備が整ったそうよ。天の果てウルティマトゥーレを目指して乗船するのはクルーを務めるレポリットたち。それから 暁の血盟を代表する8名。
Oh boy.
作戦の目的は終末を引き起こしているもの。先行く星々の絶望を取り込んでしまったメーティオンを撃破することよ。哲学者議会は最後の意思確認をと決行するのならばタウマ全員に来てほしいと言っているわ。
Absolutely. Absolutely, damn it.
変わらないわ。
だとしたら私からの最後の言葉を送ります。必ず勝って。
Must try.
その定義はきっと人によって違っていると思う。終末を止めることかもしれないし、無事に帰還することかもしれない。
Oops.
そのすべてを仲間として信じます。だからどうかそれぞれの描く勝利を掴んでください。私たち地上に残るみんなも勝利を信じて前を見据え続けます。
Of course.
では行こうか。
私とクルルさんもお見送りには行きますが、暁の受付としてここで言わせていただきます。皆さんいってらっしゃいです。
You can count on it. Well, here we go, I guess. Unto the heavens, Ojika Sunjika is ready to send you off with a smile. Suppose it's where we part ways, for now at least. Would that I had sage words of advice to share ere you depart. Mayhap the teachings of Garlemald will suffice. Surrender not to anger or hatred, he said. Look beyond them, and there find true strength. What one sees beyond is open to interpretation, I think. But for me, it would be the things I cherish most in life. Things I believe are worth fighting for. Something to consider as you venture unto the sea of stars. Alright. Thaumazein. So I believe the closest to that is Aporia. There wasn't a Thaumazein Aetheryte, which makes sense, considering that it's supposed to be secret. Now we still got this music playing here. which is fine, but I'd like the old Labyrinthos music back. Maybe it's still, like, maybe this music plays down here in the central area only. Maybe the regular music plays normally. Also, I just realized I can fly in this place. Have I explored everything? I think I did, didn't I? Yeah, this is like the one area where there is no, like, areas that you can't reach without flight, so, which was interesting. There it is. Ragnarok class warship. Or spaceship, rather. Ragnarok class spaceship. We are ready. Alpha!
全員揃ったな。先んじて連絡をした通り、箱舟の準備は整っている。目的地の設定も済み、あとは乗り込むだけの状態だ。ひどいスケジュールの仕事は散々してきたが、今回はいよいよ限界を突破した気がしたぞ。だが、ギリギリまで粘って最高の船ができた。
I knew Sid would get involved. There was no way they were doing that without.
ついでに見た目もオールクリアだ。ガロンドアイアンワークスが自信を持って保証する。
お疲れ様。ギリギリまで粘ってくれてありがとな。
何？オメガの一件以来、宇宙進出の可能性については考えてたんだ。週末なんて不穏な事態にはなったが、この船の製造に携われて勉強になった。
I love Wind Up Omega.
お題は世界の存続で頼む。ついでに宇宙の旅の感想を帰ってきたら聞かせてくれ。
Sure.
で、船の名前は考えておいてくれたか？
名前って箱舟じゃないの？
Tiny toy boat.
それは元の目的に即した名だろう。せっかくだ。今のあり方にふさわしい名前をつけてやれって責任者殿に提案しておいたのさ。知っての通り、この船は多くの者の協力があってこそ完成した。
That's true.
それは暁が結んできた絆あってのことだが、もう一つ重要なきっかけがあったと考えている。我々にエクスアダマントをはじめ宇宙進出にまつわる多くの知識を与えたダラがある。その破片が北洋にまで飛来したのは父ルイゾワが命を懸けて戦ったからに他ならない。
Yeah.
船が真なる完成にこぎつけた今、私はこれらの事実を偶然ではなかったと感じている。
See, like, this kind of stuff really makes me wonder if the systems of 2.0 had been in the original 1.0. Where would the story be right now? Because we wouldn't have had Garlemald, we We wouldn't have had the calamity. We wouldn't have had a lot of things that are like crucial to this storyline.
父の導きだったのではないか。
You know, I wonder if, you know, if 1.0 had been built to the standard that 2.0 was built to, or even better, but you know, still, you know, if Square Enix had looked and said, hey, let's look at other MMOs, see what they're doing before we make 14. Instead of being like, oh, we got this. We made 11. We can do this. It really makes me wonder what the story would be now. You know, would we still be on 6? Would we be at 6.0 right now? Or 6.3, I suppose, as it is. You know, would we be at 6.3? Would 6.3 still be 6.3, you know? It really makes me wonder. Would this storyline have happened in 5.0?
登場する皆を無事に帰還させることを願い、ダラガブの高速艦と同じ名を船に与えよう。
Oh yeah?
すなわち魔導船ラグナロク。
Say the Starship Ragnarok.
箱舟の新たな名前だ。
I thought he was going to call it Louis Soir, but that's fine too. Starship Ragnarok. Heck yeah.
よう、待たせたな。頼まれてた連中、こっちに全員連れてきたぜ。
Sickered. Oh. Oh. Everybody's here. Now this is everybody is here.
私が独自の信仰を持つ一族を呼んできてほしいとお願いしたのですわ。
I said it back when we were going to Garlemald. Everybody's here. This is actually everybody is here.
おかげさまで万全に仕上がったラグナロクですが、実際に動かすにはマザークリスタルのエーテルが必要。
One second, I just goofed something, and I need to fix it, because otherwise I literally cannot see. Okay. Sorry about that. I knocked the curtain down, and the curtain is literally right behind my computer, and it is 8 in the morning, so the sun is up. So I could not see anything. So,
とはいえ、
right.
あのサイズのクリスタルを正解から運び出し、小さく砕いてエーテル縮体炉に放り込んでいくのはあまりに時間の無駄ですわ。そこでマザークリスタルを一度自在に動ける力に変えてラグナロクにぶち込むことを提案しましたの。
Okay.
神おろし、いえ、その原型たる創造魔法を使うおつもりです、ね。
Creation magic. Interesting.
おい、俺たちにも分かるように説明してくれ。
ベストウェイバローで片鱗を見た方もいるかと思いますが、レポリットたちは古の創造魔法を用いて月の環境を作り上げてきたのです。自身やクリスタルなどのエーテルを万物に変える魔法、それを正しく発動させるには作るものを明確に思い描く必要があります。
だから古代においてはイデアと呼ばれる設計図が作られ保管されていたんだったね。
そしてこの創造魔法から派生した術がアシエンの広めた神おろしです。神おろしに際して 設計図の役割を果たしたのは日常的に神を想起するという行為、信仰でした。
ああ、なるほど。つまりレポリットの知る本来の創造魔法と彼らの信仰によってマザークリスタルを変換する。正しい形で神おろしをしようというのね。
Interesting.
その通りですわ。
Very interesting.
私たちは創造魔法を与えられましたが、ハイデリン様はどうしてか心あるものの創造だけは禁止なさいましたの。ですから信仰を持つ皆さんと協力し、マザークリスタルを彼らの神々に変えてラグナロクへと送るのですわ。
Very interesting.
それってテンパードになったりしないの？
シャーレアンが蓄積してきた資料を見るに、アシエンが広めた神おろしの術式には自己の増幅という概念が組み込まれているようでした。だから呼び出された神々は召喚者も含め周囲のものを信徒にしようとした。
Got it.
けれど本来の創造魔法にその概念はありません。さすがにゾディアーク級を作れば引っ張られるでしょうが、今回の規模であればご心配には及ばないかと。
まあ正直オイラも詳しくは分かってないよ。たださ、あんたたちはオイラたちの信仰が暴走してたら止めてくれた一方で、悪いものだからやめろとは言わなかったでしょ。時にはちょっと分かろうとしてくれたりさ。あれ嬉しかったんだよね。だからオイラたちの神様が本当は誰かを傷つけるためにいるんじゃないってこと、あんたたちに見せてあげるよ。
Nice.
よっしゃ、野郎ども、このまま正解の底まで移動すんぞ。はぐれないようにしっかりついてこいよ。やってんだ。
私たちからも一ついいかな。転移魔法の研究者として人が生涯に出る日のために作ってきたものがあるんだ。君。
Whoops. Oh, what that?
それは小型の転移装置さ。あんたたちに渡す8台は連動して動くようになってる。誰かが中央のボタンを押すと数秒後に一斉発動。触れているものをラグナロクの内部に瞬間移動させるんだ。宇宙では何が起きるかわからないからね。バラバラになったり戻れなくなったりした場合にオセロコがそれを押すんだよ。
Neato.
それで全員無事に戻っておいで。
Very neat.
はい。地上に残る皆さんもどうかお気をつけて。
さてと、私はそろそろ登場させていただきますわね。神おろしのためにいくらかの仲間は残りますが、私含めえりすぐりのクルーたちで快適な宇宙の旅にお連れしますわ。
皆も準備ができたものから登場してくれ。心より健闘を祈る。
Oh boy. Age left. I mean, we could sit here and talk to literally everybody. Quickly! Alpha appears to be trying to cheer you on. It's Omega! Blip bloop. Miniature model of Omega appears to be staring intently at the Ark. When the Great Exodus and now this, it seems there's no end to our work. In truth, more than a few gleamers were distressed to learn that their earlier efforts were for nothing. It was no easy task convincing them that the new plan was for the best, I can tell you that. Can't tell you every man believes it's the wisest course, but I can say that all will be forgiven if you deliver us from the coming doom. If you don't, well, at least you won't get the earful I certainly will. Man is said to fear what he does not know, yet you would venture unto the greatest of unknowns. I say to you, daughter of man, that you need not fear. So long as man shares a bond with dragonkind, so too does he share our kinship with the heavens, and our ancient home amidst the stars infinite. Pray you go forth and prove this bond of ours, tempered and tested, shall endure unbroken for thousand years. So that was a covert operation Sigurd was assigned? Humph! Turned out he thinks we were all impressed by the way he barged in here, beastman in tow, hero of the hour. It leaves me with no choice but to give him the most spectacular of farewells. Yes, a display of such jubilance my arms may very well fall to pieces. So easy thing to say, leave the star to us. But we must, and we will. As proud members of the Scions, we have a duty to uphold. And we needn't do so alone. Those dark days when we were driven from the rising stones and hunted as traitors are a thing of the past. We have allies in abundance now. Which is to say, you needn't worry about us. Go forth, and the knowledge of the Scions will labor without rest in your absence. Though our fellow Scions couldn't be here, they wanted me to tell you that no matter what calamity may befall us, they will never give up, and neither should you. No matter how far you may go, we will be with you in spirit. No matter how dark it may seem, your light will shine and endure. Mr. Creel tells me your investigation into my theories on Akasa and its relation to the final days has made clear the source of our woes. I am elated to know my work was of some benefit, but I could not have shared it had you not rescued me from the tower that day. I yet owe you a great debt, one I may never fully repay, but I shall try nonetheless. Not only through my research, but through my desire to see you succeed, which I believe may influence the Akasa in our favor. Small though the effect may be, yes, so long as we have hope, there's a chance we may influence the outcome of this calamity. We were quite fortunate that Loprint's hyperhopper was based on principles similar to those of etherology. Integrating it with the Ark's existing systems might well have been impossible otherwise. We may have Charlene's wealth of knowledge at our disposal, but theirs is technology far beyond anything we have ever studied. You are familiar with teleportation magics, yes? Momentary conversion of the body into aether, and that it may travel via the life stream from one physical point to another. The hyperhopper enables transport through a similar method, but not one involving the life stream. Rather, it utilizes highly condensed ether to create an ethereal current of its own. Ooh. This current is exponentially faster and more powerful than the naturally occurring ones to which we are accustomed. So much so, in fact, that ethereal conversion of the physical form is not a prerequisite for traversal. If you are concerned about side effects such as ethereal sickness, you needn't be. You should emerge at your destination hale and whole, in theory. At the very least, I can assure you it is safer than the experimental etherites you used to reach Radzathan. Monbrita has been on my mind more often of late. How different her life might have been if not for her research into teleportation magics. perhaps she would never have gained an interest in aetherological studies. To abandon our work out of misplaced guilt for who she could have been would be disservice to the memory of who she was. Nay, it was because of her we found the resolve to carry on. Now we stand at the edge of a new frontier, with the ship ready to bear you onto distant stars and beyond. This arc is as much her accomplishment as it is ours. I regret nothing. Ameliance will not be joining us, I'm afraid. She cannot bear to watch our children embark on so perilous a mission. Make no mistake, I feel the same. I cannot tell you how many times I had to step away from my duties, so distracted by thoughts all the ways it could go wrong. Even now, a part of me wants to drag them away and forbid, well, not that they would listen. So I will see them off with pride in my heart and a prayer on my lips. For my children, and for the star they love so dearly, you must prevail. The Ragnarok, and thus does grandfather's legacy live on. We mustn't waste any more time. Let us board and set out for Ultima Thule. Mother, father, grandfather, we will save the star and return home, I promise. I'll send word to the Alliance leaders the very moment the ship takes off. Obviously, they couldn't be here, but I'm sure they'll be cheering for you every step of the way. Quite the turnout, wouldn't you say? And again, we wouldn't want to be present for once-in-a-lifetime event. Who wouldn't want to be present, rather? Venturing quite literally into the unknown, we have to be ready for anything. As I said before, whatever awaits us there, we will survive. We must. Primal summoning, as it was intended, I never dared to consider they could be invoked without the danger of tempering. Change has come quickly to the star, and greater change yet awaits in the days to come. All the more reason we must not fail. I'd rather not spend any longer mulling over strategy. None of us are strangers to despair. If that is the source of her power, we are ready for it. I am most grateful Wilferson and Blowidia have devised a contingency should the need to flee arise, so I pray it shall not. We must needs strive for victory to the last, that Aetheris and her people survive, and that her champions return home, without exception. So the stage is set. I can but hope we are prepared to play our parts when we arrive on Ultima Thule. The key, I suspect, may lie with Heideland's parting message to us. Darkness and light, despair and hope. As goes one, so does the other. Knowing Meteon wields the power of despair, we must bring to bear hope in equal measure. Ragnarok is a collaborative effort in every sense. Culmination of knowledge from the world's greatest minds, both past and present. Without question, the greatest ship ever built. The world cannot end now. Not when we've but scratched the surface of the Loperit's technological know-how. So run along now, and do what it is you vaunted heroes do best. The world shall tremble before my genius soon enough. Assuming you're able to prevent its destruction, that is. You haven't forgotten anything, have you? No repairs or commissions? Delivery from retainers, perhaps? No? Wow. Well, if there's nothing else, have a safe journey. I like that. I'll have to remember to thank Tataru for her timely provisions of food and drink. Poor Wedge would have long since given up from exhaustion otherwise. Now the rest is up to you. Come back safe, alright? Alright. I'm assuming if I talk to Eglyph, I'm going to board the Ragnarok. So, I think I will wait. I mean, it'll probably give me a pop-up before I do that, but still. I think I want to wait until next episode. Oh yes, I know you. Your reputation and the rumor mill precedes you. At any rate, how might I help you? What do you do here? I'm a researcher and have long since been involved in the Ark's construction. I confess I am conflicted about the culmination of all our efforts. While I am proud of what we have accomplished, it also means that the final days are close at hand. What kind of place is this? The facility in which you now stand could be considered the very heart of Labyrinthos. Construction of the Ethereal Observation Facility, the Asiascope, allowed us direct contact with Heidelin, granting us eyes to see the truth. It is that event which has inspired us to name this location Thomazane. When plans for the Ark were set in motion, a dockyard was erected here to facilitate its development. Such information, of course, was kept secret, privy only to those with direct knowledge of the project. Alrighty, you're just a generic NPC. But yeah, I think this is where we're gonna end things off at for this episode. So, you recognize this cylindrical structure. It's a tank we use to store ether. Storage has been made possible through technology developed by yours truly. Cool. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, feel free to subscribe. You can check the playlist for any of the episodes you missed. There's also a link down below to in the video description to Patreon and Discord. Check both of those out because it does help support the channel. And with that, I don't have anything else to say other than you can see the game better than me right now. The sun is in just the right spot where I literally just see a black screen. So it kind of sucks. Like I can see words. I can see there's a person here. I can't see the person though. I need an actual curtain. Right now I just have a towel. I might need to put another towel because I'm probably going to record another episode after this. Just because I have the time at the moment. So might have to put another towel so that I can actually see the game. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. See you later.